Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera pada semua peserta yang berkelapangan pada pagi ini untuk join kita punya latihan on our apps Gather. So hari ini kita akan bersama dengan penceramah kita pada hari ini iaitu Dr. Chong Chow Min dari UPM. Sebelum kita memulakan latihan kita mulakan majlis ilmu kita dengan ummul kita Al-Fatihah. Sebelum kita mula ya, pada semua peserta, let me read Dr. Chong's biodata. So Dr. Chong Chow Min teaches fish immunology to aquaculture students at University Putra Malaysia. He has learned to diversify his teaching methods to better meet the needs of the students who prefer practical-oriented subjects. He is an advocate of ESD, which is Education for Sustainable Development, UDL, Universal Design for Learning, and also co-design in his teaching approach. Dr. Chong Chow Min was appointed as the head facilitator of Inclusive Open Educational Resources, IOER, by the Ministry of Education Malaysia and UNESCO in 2022. He has been involved in drafting the IOER national policy since 2019, which was officially launched by the Ministry of Education Malaysia in 2022. In 2023, he is participating in an ESD and co-design program organized by UNESCO. And he was the developer of Gather.Town spaces for IUCEL 2022 and also iPictel 2022. So without further ado, let me invite our speaker of the day, Dr. Chong Chow Min, to deliver his speech and also to conduct this workshop. The screen is yours, Dr. Chong.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Azila. Can you see my screen?
Yep. Very good.
Okay. So, hi everyone, I'm Chong. Today we're going to have introduction to what is Gather.Town and also a hands-on workshop on how to use Gather.Town. So the title given is how to use Gather.Town metaverse in education. Can be a teaching and learning activity, or it can be educational events such as conference. So the screen that you see is a GIF files that I captured during the iPictel events last year, and I was the developer and designer for this space. And before that, I would like to introduce you what triggered me to explore Gather.Town. So let's start with the issues in remote teachings. During the COVID pandemic times, there's a sudden transition into online and remote teachings to control the pandemic spread in global and also nations in Malaysia. So what happened is we being collected complaints from the learners by our e-learning committee regarding that, both from the learner and educator, they have like voice out their concerns and their complaints and issues. For examples, right, the major challenge if we conduct online classes, there's very inadequate two-way interactions, and the learner participations are quite passive, and also the gap between fast and slow learner, active and passive learner widen than before. So what happens here is when the students, they are not familiar with this mode of teachings, they actually participated passively, and the involvement is perfunctory, very surface. And what the the educator feels stressed because the students like quite passive, and the educator feel that just like a one-man talk show, not sure whether the learners on the device and what to respond to, to overcome this issue. A lot of educators turn to give assignment. Yeah, I give you assignment. Okay, bring back this assignment so that I make sure you have a meaningful learnings ongoing. So, and the learners feel stressed, and because a lot of learners, they give us feedback. They say one subject already every week they have quiz, online quiz. Some say that a lot of assignment than before, and so they will even feel fatigued in the remote teachings, and the participation become more and more passive, and then the educator will give another type of assignment, and this is a vicious cycles. And especially for, I'm thinking similar to UMT, I'm teaching aquaculture students on fish immunologies. Aquaculture students, they like hands-on. So if like a theory-based subjects, like fish immunologies, the educator have to do something to make the students uh, develop the interest and engagement with us. So when we study the remote teachings issues, and we realize that this have to be overcome with some tools. So that's why we shift to Gather.Town. So what is Gather.Town actually? So Gather.Town is developed by Philip Wang. He's a co-founder of Gather, and also this is Philip Wang, and he actually created this virtual environments, tools, so that you can have a remote office. And the three photo here is actually like every class. At the beginning of my online classes, I will have like I will teach the student how to customize their Gather.Town. So, and beyond my expectations, the learners, especially young generation now, they are very good. They are more they are very fast adopter in terms of all these technologies. So when I give them a workshop, which we're going to do later, so you can see that the build a numbers of interactive decor and objects and beyond my imaginations. And after that, I have a learning space for them to have discussions. They can set up a per discussion with their members, and then all the learning material, videos, and everything will up at the Gather.Town. And you can see that they decor it with a specific theme. So each of their team member discuss, and then they go, and the result is the outcome. Like you can see they put some cartoons or robots and transformers or all these. They have some. You can ask them to brief you why they want to build that. When they build it, you can see that even at late night they come to the Gather.Towns to discuss, to do activities, and engagements are there, and then the learnings is ongoing. So I don't have the worry of the learner are passive. No, I can see that they have a per discussion. Even I put some games there for them to relax and not feel stressed during the remote teachings, and they did enjoy the game, which I will show you later. Right. So a little bit on Gather.Town. Gather.Town is a low resolution metaverse. We know that Facebook want to build a metaverse and is soon going to launch, and all these technologies, their blooms exponentially skills, and Gather.Town is one of the tools that they instead of embrace high resolution, they go for low resolution, which have a several advantage. It's like a 8-bit retro game. Not sure any of you engage with, play before the 3DS games like Zelda or Pokemon, which I'm great fans of both games. They feature the same thing. So when you engage, you build this Gather.Town for them, you have, there's a lot of gamification element in it. So I'm going to go through some advantage and which I'm going to show you in the workshop later. This is just a introduction. So for the advantage, right, the interactions is organic. So you're not doing one-man show during your class or during your conference. And the attendees, in the case of teaching and learning, the attendees can be the learners, and for the educational conference, the attendees can be the participants. They can move their avatar by using arrow key, which I will show you later, and then we're going to venture into how to build it. And you can customize all your avatar to represent you, or you can change it customizable. Everything is customizable, and you can panning in and out from a conversation very in a fluid flow, very smooth, seamless. It's like, when you saw someone in real life, you can approach them and start your conversation. And when you move away from them, you can't hear their conversation well. And then similar thing will happen in Gather.Town. You move your avatar in, and then you approach them. That's why in a lot of company, they use Gather.Town as remote office, so that you still can punch in, punch out in the office, and then you are there. You can walk to your colleagues' desk and have a conversation with them. All the interactions are organic. You can share your screen. You can initiate your videos, cameras and voice camera, and so on. So as I mentioned, the communication are seamless, and like when before we like annual events, UPN have this educational conference called Pictures. So these Pictures every year is an annual events, and in 2021 we conduct them on Zoom, and there are a lot of parallel sections going on, and people have to hopping from one Zoom or one backup room to another, and there's no interactions. One person presents, and after that the others just staring at the screens. So if you would like to enhance the experience of communications and conferencing experience, and also avoid transitions like, okay, now done presenter one, then we move to a second presentation, then the awkward waiting times and so on can be avoided in Gather.Town. You can just walk to the virtual booth and talk to the presenters, and then if you're done, you can just move to another virtual booth, right? So the interaction become more seamless, walking in and out, and it's very coherent and natural in Gather.Town. Later we can try to do that. So another good things about Gather.Town is like conferencing tools. Now we're using WebEx for the workshop, and you can achieve the similar conferencing purpose in Gather.Town. You can share your screen, so you can mute yourself, you can unmute yourself, and yeah, and also it actually a good LMS. You can put your activity there, videos. You can do lecture links there. You can do games there. You can do assignment there. I'm going to show you a video here. Let me lower the volume. So from here, you can see the learners, they are moving towards, okay, let me pause a while. I put few hologram. Each of the hologram is actually me talking on specific topics or specific assignment. In this particular case will be pH. pH is the how alkaline or how acidic the waters. We need to teach the student how to measure average value of pH. Usually, students tend to make mistake by sum up all the pH value and divide by the total count, which is wrong, because pH is exponential scale. You can't average in that way. You need to convert them into a linear scale. So I give them examples as in the hologram. So the learners in this particular weeks, so they will go and check the hologram. So you can see that, these students, they check my holograms and I spending. So I explaining about how to calculate pH. So you can see the learners is watching the videos and learn how to calculate the pH values and so on. So you can see I doing teachings there. So later we're going to learn, maybe some of you might be very skillful in how to build Gather.Town, but let's assume we are brand new, a blank canvas. We're going to learn how to integrate, insert interactive objects. For example, you want to put images, PDF, videos, and how you're going to achieve that in Gather.Town. So Gather.Town is like a virtual classroom, and also LMS at the same time. So it's a super powerful tool. But another advantage is you can do many games inside. For example, treasure hunt. I did a lot of treasure hunt, which later I will bring you to the virtual tools to my Gather.Town spaces. How from the educational conference to my teaching and learning activity for my courses. So for this one, actually I encourage the learner to decode their gameplay so that I know what's going on, and I want to know their strategies why they win the particular game, what kind of strategy they use, because I want to nourish them. Yeah. So I encourage a learner to show the gameplay. And in this class, I'm teaching on innovation in aquaculture, where we expose we try to brainstorm new tools, and we embrace failures in that particular course. So we want them to try crazy ideas. So at the end of the SEM, we do the wrap-up summaries through treasure hunt. So I put a lot of treasure in terms of gems in the Gather.Town space, and they need to explore. So you can see that I actually put like about 10 gems in the Gather.Town space, and I have locked the room that give them clue. So if they want to find the clue, because the space is big, later I will let you. I will have a virtual tour to my Gather.Town treasure hunt map, and then they need to unlock the door, a password protected door, by answering the question. So the question can be captured from my class. Okay. So, and then they found the clue and they use the clue to lead them to find the gems. So it's enhance the learnings with gamifications. Okay. So you can see that they are exploring. Without clue, they have to check one by one the interactive items, and the item will prompt them, sorry, this is not a treasure, this is not gems, and so on. And then they have to find the clue, and then they to find correct all the gems, and to win the game. And this also lead to a next advantage, which is we stimulate collaborations and strategic competencies. In UNESCO, they identify several key competencies that a learner should embrace in nowadays education. One of them are very lacking in our current syllabus, which is strategies. How do we in our syllabus, we tend to want the student to be critical, scientific thinkers, and but strategies competency-wise are so lacking. But if you do this kind of gamification, you nurture and foster that competency. I like to put crew and then also superpower card. You can see that I design a superpower card Lingalian proliferator for forensics and treatments, which I coin myself to enhance their treasure hunt experience. Maksud dia, ada kumpulan yang akan pergi kumpul batu permata, ada kumpulan yang akan correct the superpower card. Superpower card is like you can use that for your advantage. Like Lingalians is to make your completion times redux 5 minutes. So mungkin let's say there's one group 10 minutes and you are like 11 minutes. You complete later than them, but you use this superpower card, you can become the rank number 1. Proliferator is to delay the time for a particular opponent group. Fallen is to immune to a particular attack. Threatman is to exchange the exchange with a particular group. Say if you think that particular group they are very good in complete, they are earliest to complete. You do not know, I won't announce. Then you can use the threatman to track your completion time with them. So they're up to the educator creativity. You add gamify element into the gamification that already there in the Gather.Town. So you can see that they develop this particular group. They're doing Google Meet. And then they do complete the time. So there's one members act as managers, like supervisor like that, telling them who to go which map. Because the map is big, later I will let you have a look. And then some will hunt for the power cards, some will hunt from the treasures, the gems, and some will answering the questions. So they use, that is strategies. They do the task division. I would never give them a hint how to solve it, how they should complete it. Whether they want to use like solo, means that they go alone, they're like a loner explorer. They can do that. And some are developed into collaboration strategies. They do like they form into group, and they want to solve the treasure hunts by small group discussions. And those are the strategies you can earn knowledge, which is very, very fun and good, right? And this kind of assignments, they will less taxing to the learner, and they feel engaged, and they will give a lot of feedback, good feedbacks on it. Right? Just bear with me. Let me close the PowerPoint. My PowerPoint is not responding. Too many videos here. Right. While I'm opening back my PowerPoints, I allow any questions so far? Okay.
Maybe the first question might come from me, Dr. Chong.
Okay.
Okay. How long Dr. Chong dah guna this kind of platform for like delivering your teaching? And is it applicable for, I think, subject yang quite, I would say dry, right? Let's say kita ada like final year project, industrial training for those coordinators kan. Maybe they could change a little bit on conducting those kind of subjects. So do you have any like suggestions for the lecturers or coordinators that handling this kind of subject?
Yeah, definitely. You can conduct a gallery for like industry trainings or FYP. You can put their presentations into a gallery. So people visit. Macam kita, Dr. Azira kan join IUCEL kan?
Yes.
Yeah. So IUCEL kan kita ada, later we bring everyone back to IUCEL Gather.Town. Then we have all the poster booth, similar things you can set up. Like for example, I teaching a mini project. Is a mini FYP, means a subject that student need to take before they take FYP. But this particular subject I mentioned just now is innovation in aquaculture, means they will do any innovation that first they approach farmer first. Dia dengar, okay, masalah apa farmer ada, let's say the otter issues, memelang issue and so on, and then they come up with some devices and and then they solve it and they try in the farm and then they present to us. And I conduct that particular subjects in addition to my own portfolio, which is immunology, and I make gallery for them. So saya bagi satu remote office untuk dia, learning space untuk dia. So they all build like their space, they decor it. Like some of them decor with cartoons, some of them they decor with certain themes, and then they put some. One room is when I enter the room, I check the interactive item. They show me their video, their interview with farmers, and that leading to the understanding, oh, kenapa dia nak buat innovation ni. And I move to another room, they have a display on their attempt. They will pitch me, or they want to do a robot that sense movement, and then when they sense a movement, the robot will move toward that particular object and start to have animal barking sound to chase away the otter. So that is their idea, and they do at what attempt they have done, and then what is the failures, or they got everything in a particular room, and another room will be their final product. So that will be fun. It's not always come from us. We can do that. We can put like several Gather.Town punya bilik yang week 1 punya lesson, week 2 punya lesson, you lock them, and certain time you open them up, then they can go and check and then do the game. But also you can make it from the learner. They can build, and then later I will show everyone how to do global customization, which will allow the learner go and build themselves, and that will lead to a lot of interactive thing. Okay, I managed to open back, so hopefully there's no issue. Am I still sharing screen?
Yes, Dr. Chong.
All right.
Yep.
So just now we mentioned that the Gather.Town, dia boleh letak PDF, dia boleh letak image, videos and activities, and at the same time you can share your screen, you can have a discussion, you can ask the learner to move to a specific room for their discussion. You do not need to create breakout room. They're just like a seamless interactions.
I think we got one question in the chat box. Is it like Roblox game, Dr. Chong?
Yeah, but Roblox and also and Minecraft, right? They are to build the virtual world. I can say similar, but a little bit different, because this LMS is more, this Gather.Town is more like a bit metaverse. It builds through another interface, which I will show you. But Minecraft dengan Roblox tu, dia boleh buat untuk teaching, but they need more skill from you. And also some, if you want to really make learning activity inside those, you have some basic codings. But for metaverse, it's really layman friendly. Minecraft, I pun pernah ambil learning certificate, but I still back to Gather.Town because it's very friendly to many people, especially if you want to do conference, right? You need to take account on some people, they are not really familiar with too advanced things. I think Gather.Town is just very mild and very fast to be picked up by them.
Is it pretty similar with Pokemon Go, Dr. Chong?
Pokemon Go is AR, but Pokemon game, yes. Pokemon game retro Pokemon game is like, you control your avatar with the console, and then you go and beat the gyms and so on. But Pokemon Go, on the other hand, is AR, where you walk in the real life and then specific triggers or like a tourist spot, you have the Pokemon's AR and then you catch them, then they have activity and so on. It's not like that. This is not an AR, this is more like a metaverse. So yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I think my slide will stop here. Stay with me, I have a heavy video. That's why I think I can skip this one. Perhaps another question, I'm so sorry just because of this hiccup. But yeah, this is just a PowerPoint introductions. So hopefully later the hands-on. This is still not the Gather.Town yet, so don't worry. This is my PowerPoint because I opened too many programs at the same time.
Perhaps more questions from the participants?
Yeah.
You may unmute your microphone or you may write your question in the chat box.
Throw me, I willing to share if I have anything because I really do this in my class and I get a lot of feedback and yeah, students really like it. Right. Okay. I think I skipped to, let me mute this one. I skipped to.
Is the template is printable, Dr. Chong? I mean, when we created the spaces, like for each activity or for each ambience or environment that we wanted, then is it printable? I mean, the spaces that we have created for the students.
You want to download the map? There's a method to download the map. You can download it. Okay.
All right, that's cool.
Another advantage will be their low bandwidth compared to Zoom, Webex, or Teams and Hangouts or Google Meet. They change them after that. Because Gather.Town, they use low resolutions. They are high quality, yes, but they're 8 bits. So that making the interactions only require 500 gigabytes, and it's very low and it's very it's smooth. The interaction is smooth and very minimal connectivity issues. There's a lot of Gather.Town competitors platforms booming after Gather.Town, but I go and explore and I conduct activity. I still back to Gather.Town because even we do like about 500 participants. IUCL or IPTers is so smooth. Right. So I'm back to checklist. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I'm missing anything. Yeah, back to checklist. So I have list out some checklists for us for this workshop. So first of all, I'm going to start with this virtual tool first. Okay, so start with virtual tools and now we do the virtual tours now. So let's open the Gather.Town. So for Gather.Town, kita buat virtual tool through, and then I will get the training for you. So I'll start with are you self, and I'll move to Peter. You can see there's so many events I created for using Gather.Town. So I will start with are you self. In IUCL 2022, last year, we built Gather.Town. I was designer. So Master 2, we want to make the IUCL because IUCL every IPTA tech turns to host it. And last year is European turns. So we built a IUCL town to Gather.Town. So upon entering, right, then I get the job. So upon entering the facilitators, they will stand by here to lead you, to tell you where you should go. And the concept of IUCL Town is to, during the pandemic time, bring you back to the campus of UPM. So you can see a lot of landmark of UPM are available there. So like the gut house. So when you enter, you nampak Anjong UPM, Anjong Putra, and then you have a virtual help desk. I can zoom out, and this is our day one, and then we features a lot of UPM is agriculture based, so we tell them our, each of the elements you can interact with them. For example, if you interact here, they tell you what is RU, UPM is RU, and like vertical farming and VC MISI of UPM, so on. Okay, so we make them. The mascot is actually local species of owl. So, yep. So you can see we have a group station. Crew station is where all the meetings for the committee to go. But if to go up it, we lock it. So you need password to go up the crew stations. You need to answer the passcode so that the normal participant they won't simply enter the crew stations. And then we have Padi Putra, our innovation, UPM landmarks, treasure hunts, the workshop where people go and hopping into the workshop and learning thing. And also we have a wishing well for people to wish what kind of seminar they want us to conduct. So you can see that 11 people suggested Gather.Town last year. We did a Gather.Town's workshop in iPeter event after that. So then we have a booth for our sponsor, Open Learning. So they display their material, their websites, and so on. And yeah, we also build some interesting ship for them to explore. And also we have a lot of treasure hunting activity going on. So this one is we put some. If you realize there's a bird here, this owl is actually our treasure hunt gems. So and then we have a hologram to tell you that because tell us about yourself after the exploring. What do you think is describe yourself as educator of e-learning? Okay, you can imagine you can do all this in conference tools. It's become interactive. You let them leave their comment and feedback. You can do so in your lessons also. Although this is conference but then you can do that. Over here, we have a video. We tell them that there's a facility to record their video for education purpose provided by UPM. And then we have our equine stables, which is actually one of our landmark. So yeah, the concept of IU Self is because we want to be, because IU Self is about e-learning. So we take a brave step to make it fully on Gather.Town because we believe that the participant of e-learning, whoever want to join IU Cells, they must be an e-learner because the IU Cell is about e-learning. So they must have the spirit to embrace new tools. So we make a brave move to conduct the entire conference through IU Cells because we hesitate at the beginnings. Before I go and design the whole campus, I really hesitate whether we should do that or not. I'm not sure how's the feedback from the others, the juries, the participants, and so on. But then we really make a brave move and then we get a good feedback. You can promote like let's say UMT, you can make a mini UMT campus. Like we have bicycle activities in UPM, cycle in the campus, and then and we have the first green metrics in Malaysia. And then we also ask feedback and so on. So there are many things you can do. And we put the map as just now mentioned by Dr. Azila. Can you download the map? The answer is yes. You can download the map and then you can make them into an icon. So whenever they check the holograms, they know they are here. So you can see the Dewans, the Ladangs, so and the Bukit Expo in UPM. We make them into Gather.Towns. And for poster wise, so you can see there's zone A, zone B, zone C, and so on. So they the presenter can stand by in their poster. Yeah, say this poster. When they now I zoom in. When they enter a particular private area, dia punya the surrounding become darkened in color because you are enter a private zone. So entering a private zone means all the conversation happening here cannot be heard by outside the private zone. So that prevent the issue of someone presenting to the jury and the next person having conversation or having judging here, it won't interrupt each other. So you can see that the poster are posted over there. They're teaching about Islamic mobile game, Ramadan spirit, and you know the presenter can present the screens, and they even can screen share. They can screen share like normal Zoom or WebEx we're doing now. So everyone can enter and listen. So yeah, you can do that in the class. So basically, this is IU cells, and yeah, we make a breath move and report to the help desk. Okay, this is IU cells, and yeah, we use 1 week to build this town because the decisions being approved very late, last minute, and after that, I sit down with the teams and I say, yeah, let's build a mini UPM, and that is IU cells. After that, we get a lot of good feedbacks, and we move on to another event for iPeter, which happens another like gap dia 2 bulan saja kan, 2 bulan selepas IU self. The same thing we being called again, say they ask me Chong, they want to build pictures guna Gather.Town juga tahun yang sama, and then I being given a instruction kata boleh tak recycle balik the mini campus of UPM. The time I was like, I'm not happy with that decisions because I don't want it to be recycled. Okay, before the virtual tools, you can see that now I put all the landmark of UPM in so that, you know, they have the feelings of, you know, back to the campus, but in the metaverse, low resolution metaverse. But after that, I'm moving to the iPeter, and I don't want to recycle back all the town. I want to make it something different. So we embrace the themes of outer space. So all the landmark now, I make it into the kapal angkasa, the spacecraft. So like we have a TNCPI building from the aerial views, and we have a Carter UPM, we have the library, we make into hologram, you know, the Dewan Besar we make into the main help desk, main space there. Uh, you know, all this one sponsor library. I want to, I don't want to reuse back. So I tell my team, say, yeah, just bear with me. We make it. We go up to Angkasa this time. So you see the gut house now is now a station for you to go up to the space. So for this outer space, we use a monkey because it's a symbol of smart. And we have a library that we make into hologram to display the name of the Gather.Towns. So now the Dewan Besar is now a giant the spacecraft. And yeah, there's many many poster room, but this time we not call them poster room 1, 2, 3, 4. We make them as you know, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and so on. And so everything's feel different, but I also at the same time I want it to be interactive. I want it to be like, yeah, in IU South 2 months ago, we did treasure hunt and so on. We will do the same thing because the participant like it. We're not sure whether they are same participants or not, but we want to make new things so that they won't feel boring because the same platform used twice for two different events. So I also make it like a new teams and also at the same time it's being introduced by Dr. Azila ESD, Education for SDG. So I put many SDG team inside. Contohnya, this mini of here. When you interact with them, they tell you about climax. Okay, SDG of climate action 13. So you can click to see, let's say, rising sea. It's interactive. So I put a lot of educational purpose inside. When the people's done their judging, they come and interact, or the student they come and interact. They can see that the change of different rising sea issues in different islands across the world. And then extreme heat. So I make a lot of elements. Kita pergi ke stage life below water. Saya letak banyak games yang leisure. I also put a lot of activity yang other purpose. Let me mute it. So here is a sponsor lah. Our sponsor Monsoon Sim, but dia gunakan bangunan White House UPM. I make it into a spaceship like this. I put a interactive item. Nampak dia macam ocean kan, tapi ada satu plastic wear kat sana. When you press, then they will tell you about plastic pollutions. So plastic pollution across the world in the main rivers, what happens, say, tengok East China Sea. So what they found, kat Pacific Ocean, apa yang berlaku. So all the elements, all the SDG elements, I put them there.
Mini kan Dr. Chong, in certain area or in a specific area we can put our files, right? Something that we need to like tell the audience or the students, right? Macam kita letak information tentang pollution tadi, so kita boleh masukkan lah that kind of element inside there.
Boleh.
Okay, that's good.
Daripada website to image to PDF to video, semua boleh. Dia macam LMS tapi dia interaktif.
Alright, that's cool.
So let's say they walk down the gallery, they understand kenapa saya nak buat macam tu. Contohnya yang ni. So for example, I putting birds here. So fly above land, which I tell them about endangered species. Sorry, I loading. Okay, they tak load. Just bear with me. No, I'm not loading. Let me. Yep, here. So endangered species, and I explain about extinctions, kat mana extinction dia. Cuma kalau kita nak tengok kat Indonesia. So Indonesia's, the otters, they rediscover after they being declared as endangered. And you can, there are interactive items here. So I put a meanings in the conference. Those are not the instruction givings to me. They ask me to recycle back the usual one. But for me, like all these are the games. So banyak game yang kita boleh main kat sana. Tapi I don't want it to be recycled. I want, because people paying new money for these activities, right? Then it shouldn't use back the content. So I build new thing. So for example, practicals, saya mengajar about solar panels. So how to install solar panels. It's going to load lah. Dia akan beritahu work safety. Dia ada mini game kat sana. Yeah, just hold on. pilot. Basically, dia ambil masa sikit. So, yep, I like for here. Yang pokok kat sini sebenarnya dia mengajar pasal reproductions mechanisms in on Earth. There are different reproductions. So they are the mini game, but it's going to lock a little bit while you can let them play the game. They will tell you unlock one and then how to move and so on. Then you can start to play and then discover certain content. Semua ni asalkan dia HTML game, you can embed with no issues in Gather.Town. Kat Gather.Town, saya pun letak macam game. So to enhance the futuristic experience, because the theme is futuristic, saya buatkan dia macam I make a virtual announcement like this. So this is made by me. I telling them that hold on, let me. I'm not sure whether you can hear the audio. Boleh dengar ke Dr. Halia?
I think
Tak ada audio.
just now tak ada audio, yep.
All right. So that's audio that when the hologram explaining to you how the treasure hunts happens. I want to make it like more. I want to make it let them treasure hunt this time, and compared to IUCell, saya letak banyak interactive element the hologram. Okay. So these are the concept. I move them up back to hold on. So those are what I done for IUCell and iPeter. Sebelum kita move to hands-on, so at least you have some ideas lah. I think the macro is not working to after the crash. So I supposed to tickable, but it's okay. So we done IUCell and iPeter. So I'm going to brief you class-wise what I did. Okay, just now I also show you I put how to calculate pH video. I put the video in so the student can check like certain assignments time-based wise, like I open it at particular times. So now I'm going to bring you to the treasure hunting. Okay, so before that, is there any question? Boleh feel free to ask me before kita pergi hands-on. Mungkin not. Okay, that's in the chat. Oh, okay, Roblox, no. Right. Okay, I'm going to open the treasure hunt. Right. Treasure hunting kat sini saya build untuk 60 students. Giant map. So masa dia teleport, dia akan masuk ke satu town yang macam ni. Dia ada tiga bilik. They can interact. Akan dapat beberapa map. Okay, sorry lah sebab saya dah remove saya punya dokumen. Okay, here. Okay, the map pertama dia akan masuk ke port alpha. Lepas tu ada difference like epsilon, follows omega and so on. So dia kena explore the town. So some of the learner, they will come and download all this map because the map is I built a very huge map for them to explore. Map here is satu lagi tempat yang kalau dia enter dia masuk ke the cave, and then from the cave you can go up to the woodland. So they can download all this map because it will help them to explore later. So they will went and download all the map. Depends on their strategy. Okay. At times all right here. Other ambil the ship to go to islands AKU. AKU stand for Aquakutu, the code for my subject. So yeah, so they know where is the abandoned ship, island U, island so on, and where to go. So they download all these 3 maps before they go and explore. And the Pokemon Center building yang di mana saya kunci, saya letak password protected. Initially is a question, is actually tanya pasal subjek kita lah. Let me buangkan dia. So when they enter, they will go and access all these password, all the crew. So these are the crew. They need to open the door, and the door is password protected. So, mungkin saya show you the video. Like for example, kita invite speakers from the farmers, and in order to let the student to pay attention, we derive the question from the talks. So they have to go and answer. You can see that one of the question is like how many company this particular farmer own. So they need to answer it, and then they will unlock. So how many kg produced during MCO by this particular farmers, and then yeah, when they answer, they can get in and access the passcode. So when they access the passcode, they will get a clue like this. Nak ambil pemata keempat, kena pergi ke outskirt epsilon, balance in the house. Dark forest, bracket for gem 5 and so on. Power cut apa? Power cut boleh ambil daripada go and look for scarecrow in the abandoned ship. Zeta. Okay, so yeah, you can put all the questions in your syllabus inside and you lock it, right? And then sorry about that. And you start to explore. And we you can see there's many interactive items, but a lot of items are useless lah. They don't carry any meanings. If the student go and check one by one, there's a lot of the item for them to check instead of looking for the gems. So yeah, where should they go, and they need to interact. The map is very, very huge. They need to look for clue. For example, okay, so dia dapat jam kelima like this. So then you can download this. If you are doing conference, you need to create your own map, or you need to use Creative Commons map, okay, and then acknowledge them. If you are doing for education purpose, you open only for your students, then you can actually use, I still encourage you to use Creative Commons. People declare that you can use for educational things. You can see the map is huge. There's a cave here, and then woodlands. Yeah, so the learners have to develop some kind of strategy in order to dapat di mana pergi cari the batu permata, Otherwise, if they go blindly, they definitely will lose the game. So you can see how later on they record the gameplay for you. Yes. You will appreciate how 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 crazy their idea, how smart their strategy is. You see ada satu kapal ke sini, dia pergi ke another island. Island ni mana lagi rumah, buildings, island K, lepas atas tu island A. If they go blindly, they really can't complete games in as fast as the other group. This is things that I do for my subject. I show you another one. Saya pun buat satu. So we have many events. Can I say go to here? Okay, for this particular subject, I build. Okay, for your information, some of you ask dia percuma ke tak? Percuma kalau 10 orang. Kalau saya buat untuk kelas saya yang 60 lebih, I multiply them. I duplicate them. You can see this space student yang build tau, mereka decor bilik dia sendiri. Dia ada letak personality dia, dia punya proposal, kenapa dia nak buat proposal, idea apa. See they put this, they interview the farmers and then they come up with a proposal they want to do what. And then you, like what I just now mentioned, if you have your AKU, your apa tu, FYP, you can do that. Make it as gallery. Like in this case, I ask the learner to build their own gallery. Dia letak dia punya masalah, problem statement after dia interview dengan farmer, apa proposal dia. All this is built by them. Let them build. They have some ideas. Some of them, you see, they say that this is a gardens. They have their team and so on.
Dr. Chong, from what you have shown to us, right? The space that have been created by the students itself pun nampak mereka ni sebenarnya crazily creative. Right, they have their own imagination and they have a really great potential in developing their imagination imagination skills. They know what they want to create actually.
Betul.
Cuma saya quite wondering jugalah, like what would be your planning towards your classroom activity like this, Dr. Chow? Maybe untuk kelas 2 jam, right? And class 1 hour. Is it doable to conduct this kind of activity? And what about the preparation punya obstacles and everything lah?
Okay, later in the workshop, I will show how fast you can build a town. And usually apa yang saya selalu buat kan, saya akan buat satu space yang empty. Lepas tu saya akan mengajar seperti nanti apa yang saya akan buatlah untuk partisipan yang sedia ada kat sini. So I will build a space macam ni, and then I allow the student to build. I teach them how to build. I teach them how to insert file, build decorative item. Ask them to put their text, their student ID here, and then they will start to build. So this is the exploration phase. I will teach them. I take time. Actually, banyak kelas, right? You need to identify what is the learning outcome, what is the must in that particular chapters that you need to deliver, and what you can be optional. Okay, so like for example, the class that I take for, so the class that I engage with UNESCO, they also do the same thing, say particular modules, what you want them to do, what you need to teach, and what is optional but it's good for them to read. So mungkin saya pergi ke modul.
So it depends on the course learning outcome, right, Dr. Chong?
Betul. And then sometimes those are optional material and which are a compulsory one. And if you differentiate them, you can do many activities. For example, now we already have physical class, and basically every day I do physical game. I have time even cover my syllabus. So for me, I don't see issues. But for preparation time, later I will teach you how to decorate. You can do same thing for the student. Contohnya kita ambil satu, kan banyak practical lesson kan. Mungkin boleh ambil satu practical yang contohnya saya mengajar calibration of certain thing, very short practicals, and then another 2 hours you can do it to teach them. Okay, we're going to do a particular things in Gather.Town. So let's join this Gather.Town. I teach you how to build, and after that you give them a template. So yang ni, let me spawn first. Sebenarnya dia satu bilik yang empty. Dia tak ada apa decoration. So I show you. Hold on, is. So dia bilik yang empty macam ni. Kosong, empty office.
So literally the map is 2D, right? Can we use 3D map, Dr. Chong?
Oh yeah, there's another platform use 3D, but I will advise to stick to low resolution. That is the beauty of that particular map. Because
okay.
it very low bandwidth and then it's very stable. And at the same time, kan dia ada limitation kat participant punya list kan, ada macam 10 orang dia free. You can build and duplicate them 10 space. Contohnya saya buka yang ni, saya buka yang ni, saya buka yang ni, semua tak ada masalah. They boleh code at the same time. But if you use 3D or you use the really 3D metaverse, I tell you, it's like one space that's too heavy for your graphic. For example, I'm not invest much on my graphics. That's why, when I open too many things, PowerPoint and so on, then they will force stop. Yeah. But if you really want to do for very heavy one, you also need to think about the learner, their basic equipment, their device is up to your standard or not. But if you embrace back to Gather.Towns, they are very low bandwidth, they are low requirement, low consumptions of graphics. You can see all these bilik they build themselves and they also will feel that okay, kalau ini kelas saya lah, saya akan mengajar kat sini, lepas tu dia balik ke bilik sendiri untuk ulang kaji, discussion and so on. And all this decorate by them. And what you need to do is you create the empty map for them, teach them how to decorate it, and the rest they will do. And your material, of course, you need to build yourself lah. Tempat yang mengajar tu, PDF, video tu, you have to build yourself. Yeah. But the assignment, the student build their assignment and so on. You see some of them put interactive piano. So dia piano ni, kalau semua orang berduduk kat piano tu, boleh main piano at the same time. Means you can control your mouse, he can control his or her mouse, and you can play. Like many of them can play one piano if they all sit down here. Yeah, you see they build their leisure space, they letak poker game and so on, tempat untuk dia ulang kaji dan leisure. Let them build it. As long as there's no controversial elements, then okay. Otherwise, you just say, don't build this and so on. Yep. So ini tempat yang student learning space student saya, and saya tak decor langsung. Macam Ayusel dan Ayusel dengan Peter memang saya set the map. Yang ni semua template. Nanti kita boleh build the template and let the student decor themselves. Okay. All right. I think we cover the virtual tools. Now we're going to have we need to go through the hands-on. So maybe we take 5-minute break. Will that be okay?
Yeah, sure, Dr. Chong.
Tapi sebelum tu saya answer any question if someone have
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
Yep. So perhaps we have questions from the participants before we take 5. maybe ada yang wondering kan Dr. Chong, like in general, kita ada package yang macam mana untuk this kind of apps. Let's say kalau free tadi Dr. Chong ada mention tentang limitation of users, right? Up to 10 users only. But
Yep.
kalau yang berbayar tu macam mana pula dia punya like the fees and everything lah.
You can go to the Gather.Town and then go to the pricing there. So yang free up to 10 user, dia memang tak akan dia memang tak ada all the feature you have for the subscribed one, you have it on free. But in terms of technical support, right, they will not put you in the priority list. Contohnya saya ada masalah on certain student put too heavy graphic inside my space and it causing a black screen for every time people loading in. I ask that question, they will take like 2 or 3 days to respond to me if we are free user. Other than that, all the full customization are available for 10 user. You just need to duplicate your space lah. Contohnya you namakan ini subject group A, group B, group C, and so on, so that you can fit the student. And then for those that want to having a conference like Peter atau IUCL last year, kita memang ambil users lah, dia ada USD dia mahal juga, tapi you can ask for discount. They really will give you discounts. Last year, both Peter dengan IUCL dia bagi, I forget how many percent of discounts, quite a lot. So you just need to contact the sales team. But I think for us, just for our activity, you just build a lot of Gather.Town. That should be good already. Just that, because at the same time you can nampak avatar saya kat sini untuk space ni, avatar saya kat sini, and at the same time all of them can share screen. So you can share screen in a multiple space. That is the beauty of low resolution 2D map. Okay, it's very low bandwidth, and then yeah, you can join like you can create 10 space to fit 100 student. Tapi ada satu masalah, kalau lah student tu berdekat dengan you, dia tak unmute dia tak mute themselves, and you will get infinite echo lah, sebab your presentation, your voice is captured by he or her mic and then play back to you in a multiple space. Kalau banyak student yang, contohnya kat sini kan saya ada tempat kuliah saya mengajar kat sini, so the student will sit down here and then discuss, and some of them will really stand next to me and they didn't mute themselves. Then saya pun buka kat space yang satu lagi untuk student campus Bintulu ke apa kan. So the echo will be quite terrible, but you just need to have a housekeeping rules lah. I take this opportunity to show you my housekeeping rules. So I make an avatar hologram, mengajar apa yang dia boleh buat, apa yang dia tak boleh. So you make a housekeeping to follow. So yeah, then that should be fine. Are there any questions before we take 5? Then we move to hands-on. I really prefer less than 20 because I'm going to create 2 space for you to join. Whoever can join, manage to join, you can go ahead. Otherwise, you can create your own space, share me the screen, then I can troubleshoot with you. I will share screen here and I will mute over there. I will create 2 space and for you to join, and then I will teach you how to create space, create object, and so on.
Okay, I think after we did the tour with your spaces tadi, Dr. Chong, I think the participants are can't wait to have the hands-on session. So any more question? I don't think so. So perhaps we
Take 5.
are going to do the take 5. So what time are you prefer to come in back, Dr. Chong?
Mungkin 52.
52. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
right.
Okay, right. Stay tuned, participants.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Chong, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how to build Gather.Town, and also will create two Gather.Town for you to join. So kita tadi kita dah done virtual tools, treasure hunts. Now we move to build space lah. So for this Gather.Town, so at first you go to create your account. You can sign in if you haven't already built your Gather.Town. You need to log in with your Google's account. Yep. Can you do that? Will take some time for you to go to sign in and then create your account if you haven't. Then kalau those that other account, pergi ke paling kanan atas, upper right there's a create space. They'll ask you what kind of events you're going to create the Gather.Town space for. You just pick advanced. It will save a lot of hassles.
Untuk new user kan, Dr. Chong, dia orang boleh sign in guna Google account directly?
Ya, boleh.
Okay.
And then you let's start mungkin Flawless Office, and then you give them a name. So it's training 2 sebab tadi saya create a training 1. Then what are you building the space for? You pick education. Remember the name. Once you're done, you can't change it. You can't rename them. You'll fix forever. So make sure the name is the one that you're okay with, and you click space. Okay, saya repeat pergi ke Gather.Town, sign in, atau get started and create your account. Lepas tu kat sini saya punya dashboard sebab saya dah build banyak for different classes, different events, different activity. But yours one, if you are new, you have a empty dashboard, doesn't matter. You click create space. Lepas tu pilih yang advanced. Kat advanced menu ni, kita boleh filter berapa orang yang kita target. Indoor ke, outdoor ke. Tapi if you not apply any filter, you can scroll down. Jom kita pilih Flawless Office. Okay, pick them, give them a name, and pick educational purpose, and then create space. Then they will bring you to your space. In this space, your avatar, if you haven't used before, you give you a learner avatar. You can change your name by clicking lower left, click on the pencil icon. Boleh edit your name there. And then you can click the pencil icon, change characters. You can change your hair, different colors, the skin colors, facial hair, and so on. Or you can pick the spatial avatar. For me, I usually pick this one. Senang. Okay. Kalau ada apa-apa issue, just raise your hand, then we can troubleshoot.
Okay, semua rakan peserta dapat masuk ke? I mean the gather spaces lepas dah sign in tadi? Dapat tak masuk?
Right.
I think everyone is in. Dr. Chong cuma perhaps after we press the create space tadi, right?
Mm-mm.
We have like, what are you looking to do on Gather? We do have the options such as remote office, team social, and conference. And then below we have the advanced templates and setup for the experts. So
Pilih
that
yang
one,
pilih yang advance.
advanced templates. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go there together.
Then they will bring you to this space.
Okay. So
And
we do have the cozy office, office INC, pirate office, fancy office. Okay, so many options, right? Right.
ambil
Okay.
yang flawless office, maybe.
Okay, so we go to forest office, 25 to 50 people. All right.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But this is the optimum one.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the free trials accommodate 10 online users at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do synchronous, you might need to duplicate multiple of the space, and then you change your name there.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to put password, then you can take the password protect. So when the learner being given the space URL, they need to key in the password. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
if you don't want, then you can untick them, and then you choose the uh, what are you building this space for, and then pick education.
Okay. What are you building this for? We do have the option of
Remote
remote
office.
office, event, social experience, education. So we pick education, right, Dr. Chong?
Yep.
Okay.
And then click create space.
Create space. So after that, we just create space. Okay.
Okay. Anyone? Okay. So you can build your avatar. You can customize your avatar by click on personal menu, and then you can edit your name there, and you can change your characters by customize the face, the clothing, the accessories. Yeah, tag the times expo, and yeah, for me I'll pick the custom one. So if I'm going too fast, you let me know. Others siapa yang nak share screen kata ada masalah this particular issue, let me know. Anyone? So I'm going to share my space out for those that want to join my space. But it's limited to 9% because including me myself there will be 10. So how to invite? You can go like you click invite buttons, and how you want to make it. Hold on. And you can choose to let them the link expire in, let's say you only want 6 hours, you can pick that, and then you can copy invitation link and then send to the group. So I'm going to send to the chat here. Also do this for the second space. So we have two spaces. Welcome to join. Then we can do the training there. Although I'm not going to speak in this space because later you will have multiple echo from Webex and also from Gather.Town. Okay, so you can go ahead and join this space. It's first come first serve. Only limited to 9%. So you can click on the link and come and join my link. Otherwise, you can create your own space. We also will share the screen here to teach you is the same thing. But if you build over there, I can see your progress also. I can see all of you is some of you joining. Make sure you can mute yourself and mute yourself so to prevent echo here. And you can come and find me. You can go to the participant there, click my name, and then click like follow. Okay, there's two space. Welcome to join, and we can start the lessons here. I'll teach you how to build here. It's the same. You can build on your own space, or you can come to my space. I teach you how to build. I see Ali is here. You can pick any table. You occupy the tables. Okay. So space yang kedua tak ada orang join lagi, so it's still empty and available. If you want to learn directly on my space, you can join the second link. Okay, you can go and occupy one table. And we're going to start soon. Right, yang lain, you can click my name. Click on my name and then click follow. Okay, you could, you can come to this particular space and then you occupy any table. Pergi macam Dr. Ali, you can occupy the tables and then book there. Then we can start to build. Okay, you can go and take a seat first. Then we start the lesson soon. Right, nice. So let's start our lessons. Okay. First of all, mungkin saya share screen juga. Yang ni saya pun share screen. You can see that I'm using multiple gather space. Oh, infinite sharing screen, yeah. So I'm going to teach you to build tools. So kat layout ni, kat kanan, you need to familiar with all these icons. So your name is where you can change your names, your avatar, turn on the quiet mode means you don't want the conversation going on. You want to focus and read or check the poster and so on. Respond when you get lost in some random places. You want to respond back to the initial area, right? So kita pergi ke customize kat lower right. There's a hammer's icon. You click on that, right? And then you make sure the build is being selected. Dia ada build dengan erase. Erase tu untuk memadamkan. Kita jangan padam apa-apa dulu. Kita build. Okay, click on build. Okay, again, for those that not want to join my space and then you want to do concurrently, synchronously with me, welcome to join the space. Yeah. Alright, so pergi ke open object picker. So the first thing first, mark your name. So dia ada satu window appear, ada satu insert text on the second last at the left. Please click insert text. Say you want to put your name and change the font size. Kalau dah write your name there and create and select the green button. So when you click it, you will load. So you nampak tak the mouse, right, carry your name, the text that you do just now. And then you press on the tempat yang you nak letak. For example, I prefer you to put your name on the table so I know how to address you, a short name of yours, and you just click on that. Then done. Okay, but the mouse, your mouse is still carry the name, so you can go to object pickers and then click random things. Oh, sorry. You see the name, your mouse, the cursor is still having the subject. If you click the random phrases, right, then you stick there. You can erase them later. Okay, once you erase them, it will not follow your mouse. Otherwise, you still stick with your mouse. You can just unclick the hammer tools. No, cannot. You need to erase lah. You go to erase so that the mouse will restore. Okay. Jom kita tengok. Again, saya repeat. Siapa yang nak join space saya, you can do that. Okay, let me see. Okay, this space. Who join the second space, you can click my name and click follow and cari tempat yang kosong lah. Okay, once you join, pergi ke kanan, lower right, pergi ke customize the hammer tools, highlight the build, click on open object picker, and pergi ke insert text and write your name. Change the font size, the pixel, and tekan yang button hijau ni, create and select. Then it will appears on your cursor, so you can paste kat meja yang you duduk, so that I know how to address you. Okay. If you have question, you can raise in the Webex because I'm muted here. Okay, if you're done pasting, you just click the done, then your cursor restore. Anyone have issue? Right. I can see here second space pun apa tu, Rush Rush pun join kat Rush Ali. R.Ali. Yeah, you also join the second space. Yeah, you can pick any desk to sit down. Okay, you can change the view. You can change the view here. If I'm sharing screen, disturb you, you can just pick how you want it to be. If this is the occupy your entire screen, you can change to different view setting. Different view settings to, you can change to grid view also. Okay, you can minimize them or expand them while you're building. I can see labil you are erasing the table. Doesn't matter, don't worry. That is because you are in the erase function. So whatever cursor, yep, you build back. Good. Okay, you can build or erase. Kat space kita boleh allow student to build or kita boleh disable it. So if you build many educational, like for example, I use Peter conference tools, right? We don't want them to erase things, right? You can disable the function. Later I will show you how. So I can see labil you already know how to paste and erase, which is good, right? Semua get it? Yeah, you can, for space 2, you can take any measure here. Right, let's start the second lessons, yeah? For those that not joining my space, but you building your own, you have question, you just raise in Webex. Right, still under customize the hammer icon, under build. Okay, next apa yang kita nak buat ni, build space, and then deco. Let's deco your desk. Go to object pickers. There's many category here. Say you want to have a flowers. Just under click all, and then in the searching bar there, you can search for flowers. Otherwise, you can go and pick a particular category. Look for the things that you want. Say I want to build decor of I want a computer monitors on this table. So it will appear on your cursor again, and then just paste there. Say I want to build something else. Okay. For example, I want to, let's say, put an electric guitar, and the details of the objects, like the rotations, color, different color and design, you can just pick and then click the green button again and paste at the places that you want to deco. You can explore many themes, contohnya nak letak apa springs, contohnya saya nak letak cherry blossom tree, and then I click select, and I can build here. I can see Ari is already built a coffee cup and a book. Okay. Feel free to build. This is non-interactive object. I'll go to interactive object later. Okay, I want to. During Raya, right? They have a Ramadan theme, which is very good. You can build like decor for Ramadans, and yeah. But now they, from time to time, they will change the decor. I want to build a piano here. I want it to be a black piano.
If kita nak buat virtual party pun okay juga kan, Dr. Chong, guna this kind of platform.
Betul. You can do games, you can do many decorations together like that. So for example, you have like you found certain YouTube or certain video, you can decor them. So your family from different state, they can come and join and watch the video and so on. Yeah, social gathering. You can do that. Or you can recreate your hometown. Yeah, you can do that. Right, I can see Labil. Can I call you Labil because your name put Labil? Yeah, you decor very nice. You see, you all have the teams already. You put two monitor, desktop, and keyboard. Yeah, feel free and to build some things that you like. You can, yeah. Say I want to put nampak tak cubicle ni, kalau ada satu space yang empty, you want to put cubicles, arrange them like this, put over here also can. Okay, kalau tak nak, then erase. Put a table there, a chair. This is already quite nice. Take your time to build, and then, yeah, but these are non-interactive. default over here. So it's quite easy. Add, erase, build. So the students, you give them a lesson like this, they are easily pick up. Okay, so if you have an issue, you just raise in the Webex. Otherwise, kita proceed. Okay, sekarang kita move a little bit more advanced. Let's go to more interactive, which is images. Right, let's build image. Contohnya, saya nak letak satu, say I want to open a object. Say I want to put a say I want to put an info box. I want to embed an image in. So I go to embedded image. Okay, so again, let me back here. Pick the object you want to have interactive content. Go to embedded image. So dia ada appear beberapa option. So image ni saya nak letak gambar apa. Contohnya kalaulah saya nak letak workshop campus UMT. So I'll upload them. Then what is the preview? Preview tu dia satu window kecil. Kalau orang pergi ke sana, dia akan ada preview image appear at the bottom. So you can pick back to the same image or you want to put UMT logo there. Activation distance tu sedekat apa dia boleh access the interactive object. Kalau you want them to very close, then you put kosong, 0. If you want them to be 1 tile away, if you are here, say Ari is here, so the item there, if he place here, so 1 tile away in this range, people can interact with that item. In my case, I want it to be very as close as possible, approaching the particular object only you can interact. Saya letak kosong. Advanced option kat sini, dia ada message you want them to appear. Say you want to like press X to interact. Okay. And when you press the object, you appear this message. Or if you want them to have a message. Display starting date and end date means contohnya ada material yang you like. For me, I do in treasure hunts. Particular times, a certain area will open interactive object. So letak tarikh dia and masa dia. Okay, but in this case, we just keep it simple. We just no need to use advanced option, and then select. Say I want to place an info box over here. And then pangkakan dia. Jom kita, let me. You can see that when I go and interact, it will highlight in yellow. And when I press X, the image appears. Okay, girl? So you can see that the preview photo is the UMT logo. And then when I press X to retrieve the contents, it's actually the, okay.
Untuk image ni kan Dr. Chong, is it ada specific format untuk kita embed, sama ada JPEG ke PNG ataupun semua boleh kita integrate inside?
Setakat ini GIF PNG, JPEG boleh. TIFF saya tak pasti. TIFF dia original. Kalau tak boleh, then you just convert them or you make it into PDF. Okay, can you jap ya. Okay. Can I check siapa ada interactive object? Can you tekan 1 ke keyboard? Need to check your interactive object. I come and if you have done, you can press 1. Raise your hand. I can go over to check your interactive object. Ada yang letak interactive. I repeat how to build. Pergi ke icon, customize, pergi ke build. Say you want to build a monitor. So, and you want to put image in. Choose the image that you want to embed and choose the preview image you want them to appear at the bottom when they approach the particular image. Activation distance letak kosong kalau you nak dia sangat dekat. And then you click select and view them. Okay, so when you approach them, they will appear highlight in yellow, and press X, you can retrieve the image. If you have an image that you want to, if you're done, you can press 1 to raise your hand, wave your hand, and then I will come and check. Okay. I see. Right. Yeah, hiring. Okay, so yep. Then the image appear already. And I can see that join our team as a preview image. That is for image. Setakat ini ada any question? Try and build. Do one more, yeah. Customize, build, object pickers. Say you want to have a cat. You want a cat photo. This image. Save them. And then you can go to embed image. And then you pick them. Oh, they not support WebM. No. Supposed to. Yep. Let's see. Preview image. Yep. Can. We put kosong. Letak kucing kat tepi pokok. Go there. Oh. Let's search for JPEG. Good. Yep, JPEG. So let's delete this kit. Build a new kit. Embed image. Letak gambar. JPEG. Kalau gambar besar dia load off for a while. interact with it. It get to I make the distance to 1. Let's see what happens. So let me see. Okay, so that is how you build it, and you can erase them. But this is a beginner level. Let's move a little bit advanced later. Okay, kita dah siap dengan image. Jom kita pergi ke website. Kalau lah saya nak letak a particular website, say cat. I want to letak Wikipedia of cat. Website. You just copy them, or let's say you want to paste UMT website also can. So in this case, I build a cat. Again, object pickers. Instead of embed image, you go to embedded website, paste the website there. Activation distance 0 kalau dekat, 1 kalau berdekatan, and then you can select them and paste. So when you approach them, and you have the website you want to show. Okay, it's very straightforward. Image, website is quite straightforward. Let's move to video first before PDF. PDF a little bit tricky. So see, kita dah done website. Can I see anyone else if you have a website built content? Hai. She okay ke?
Kalau website tu kan Dr. Chong, is it must be direct URL address ataupun usually kan kita simpan some materials in our cloud, right? Macam Google Drive, semua tu kan dia ada dia punya URL link. So it should be okay ke if kita embed that kind of address?
Dia terpulang certain platform kan dia prevent embedded into website. If those kind of certain website dia nak high security, so they prevent this. So then you can't embed them. But for those that yang allow embedment, then tak ada masalah. And for Google Drive nanti I will share how to do that.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, I can see another space. Oh, so would like to try build interactive item. After that, I will check. We scaffolding lah, one by one, step by step. Okay, nanti will go more and more advanced. Meanwhile, kat participant yang tak join Gather Space saya, if you build your own Gather Space, you have any question, you can ask me also. Wow, Hafiza build a Whiteboard. You know, whiteboard is interactive. You know, and it's a whiteboard. Hey, kenapa erase? Whiteboard is very interactive. You can ask a student to collaborate and post there. It's really like a LMS and also conferencing tools and also a mini game. Sini pun ada kucing. Okay, you see all these interactive items. Okay. Feel free to build it again. Pergi ke build to open object picker, select the item that you want to build. Say you want to go natures, you want to build an apples, you want to letak website apples. Kalau lah website. Okay, paste kat website. This tu atau kosong. Done. Video of apple appear. Okay. Contohnya saya nak ke so I want to show these papers. Copy the website, go to view, object pickers, CO, pergi ke embed website, website tu ke sini, interact. Okay, Frontier refuse to connect. In this case, Frontier dia, jom kita rephrase and see. Oops. In this case, Frontier dia, like I say, some website they want to increase their security. They don't allow you to embed. But Wiki is a yep. Hold on, yeah. Let me share back my screen. Sometimes Google Doc pun macam tu. Dia ambil masa untuk establish several time for the, yeah, in this case Frontier tak nak. Okay, so maybe I try to go for another page. Okay, you need to search, kalau tak kita download je as PDF. Then you can download them as PDF and then yeah, you can download them as PDF and then upload them later. Okay, yang PDF tu saya akan ajar later. Oh, Olen join this space also. Whiteboard yang what I say is you can have a collaboration on, it's like a whiteboard on Zoom. Yeah, you can allow a student to collaborate, work on something. Okay. Wow. A table, a desk. But this is a conference sort of memory. Okay. So we have moved to creating websites, image, deco. Jom kita pergi ke video sebelum PDF. PDF a little bit difficult, but yeah. Okay, say I have a video content, say this one. It's a housekeeping rules. Okay, saya buat virtual hologram ni. Mananya kat sini. Okay, so just click the link, share the link. Say I want to build a hologram. Again, customize icon, build, object pickers. Saya nak hologram manusia kat sini. Lepas tu you can pick the type, the design. Say I want to pick pick a random one. You can pick their location, and then you can pick the video orientations. I mean the distance, you can letak 0 atau 1. You can paste here. Okay, so when you do the object, press X for the video. So you all can approach this hologram and check my video here also. The video is as straightforward as image, website, and so on. So you can see that when you give training to students, they will build things macam-macam already. Okay. Next, we going to move a little. Lama check, tak ada question. So I will move a little bit more advanced ya. Kalau training tu semua orang join training 1 kan, saya tutup training 2 ya. Okay, so say here training focus in this area. Say I want to build a PDF. PDF is quite tricky. You need to upload your file in your Google Drive. Just bear with me. Say I want to build a map. Okay, so mungkin PDF ini. You go to the share link. Make sure you make them public. Anyone can view. If you restricted, masuk dia means those that with UPM, in UPM case, in my case, those that with UPM, they can see. But I don't want that. I want everyone. You just anyone with the link and copy the link, click done. Alright? This step still okay, right? Pergi ke object pickers, build, contohnya saya nak map. Kat sini letak kat website, but remember, apa yang selepas view tu, kita buangkan. Dekat view tu, kita letak preview. Kita preview. And so, that will be your PDF. Saya repeat I'm showing you here. Saya tak paste ya. Saya tak letak kat sini. I'm going to show you here. I repeat, okay. PDF is complicated, but it's not as complicated as you can imagine. We just need to modify the link. Kalau saya nak data Google Education, yang ini sponsor Google Education untuk IUCEL, dia ada brochure dia apa Google Education boleh bantu students and learner. You just share. Make sure anyone with the link, copy the link, click done. Right? Says Google Education. Then you want to build an object, go to customize, object pickers. Say you want to use a lamp. Then embed the website. Anything after view semua buangkan. View tu tukar kepada preview. Dan 1 ke 0 ke. Jangan letak besar punya value. Later dapat jauh dah boleh access mengganggu interaksi objek lain tau. So biasanya saya suka letak 0. Select. Paste it. Udah. Interact. And get the PDF. You can download them also. Right? You can open them over another window and then you can download them. Okay, siapa yang ada PDF? Oh, okay. Yeah. So for a while, back to Webex, ada yang ada question ke? I'm going to, we have done all the interactive item already. Okay, video kita dah done. Website, PDF, image, decoration dah. Now I'm going to tell you if you want to import in image. Okay. And loose of 22. 32, right, sorry. So here, and we want to build thing. So erase yang other things ya. I erase all this first. Want to build thing, satu peta ni dia punya pixel ada 32 dalam 32 pixel. Say I want to insert am I sharing screen? Say I want to insert a UMT logo here. I can unroot the image. Okay, unroot new. Kat sini saya letak UMT punya image. Okay. Tapi pixel tu, you can see here dia dah beritahu a single tile is 32 times 32. Kalau image yang saya letak tu besar sangat, more than 32 to 32, nanti there will be a giant image. Say, let you see ya, objek ni logo. We can see it's a very huge image. Okay, it cover everything because dia punya pixel besar daripada what we want, too big. Okay, nak insert image boleh, tapi kena tahu size dia. So in this case, I don't want it. No, it's too big. Price pun tak cantik kan. So kita kena balik tengok image yang kita buat tadi, yang kita download here. This UMT logo. Okay, kita tengok size dia. So you can resize them. Hold on ya. Go to resize. So you can see that is tadi 32 times 32 kan. Kalaulah saya nak dia punya height ada dah 2 petak. Okay, kat sini kalau saya nak dia punya height ada 2 blocks. So it's 32 times 2, 64. So saya tukarlah. Tinggi dia 64. Save. Kat mana saya save kat this one. Okay, dah resize. So I upload new one. You can upload image or you can go to open object picker, upload new, click and drag image. Now I download here, and then here I write. So you see the UMD logo is just nice. Okay, it fit 2 box. Okay, say I want to build mana sana letak kat build somewhere here. Nice, right? So that is image. That is what I call rules of 32. Also, that when you build something, you need to know how much you want it to, how big you want it to be. Fit 1 box or 2 box or 3 box. And each box is 32 pixels. Then you need to resize accordingly. Right? Okay, let me check back. Okay, so done. Import image dah. Rules of 32 dah. Okay. I think we until 12. So I think we still have time to go to more advanced. Whoever's in my space, you can't edit them in my map maker. This edit in map maker only saya ada function ni. Okay, you can't do that because I only allow you to echo. I don't allow you to edit the entire map. But if you are your own owner, you create your own space, then you can do edit in map maker. Okay, but before I want you to move to your own space, edit in map maker, I would just brief you through some setting that you can adjust. Okay, but since you are in my space, you can't do any of those. So you can go to the website, see my screen sharing. Kalau kita punya space sendiri, icon of Gather.Town yang grabs here, the grab icon, dia ada satu setting. Setting ni dia sentiasa tukar. That's why just now when I start sharing, I also take a while to find some pictures. So all this is to check your video, your appearance, your accessibility, your language preference, and your keyboard shortcut. Kat keyboard shortcut ni, ada nampak all the shortcut that very interesting. Raise hand means hedge. Hedge maksud dia, if you press a hedge, you're raising hand. Or you press 1, you are waving your hand. Okay, you can try to press Z, dia akan dance. Maybe I take a selfie here. Everyone in my space, yes, Olen, nice. Yeah, Hafiza, I see your raise hand. Tekan Z, try to press Z. Yeah, nice. How about Labu and yeah, nice. Can I take a selfie here? Yeah. All right, done. Okay, so press F to go to throw confetti. Right. Okay, and then ada satu icon, contohnya, I take example, labu. I can't walk past avatar, but if I press G, I will turn into ghost and walk past him or her. Walk past him now. Kalau tak letak G, saya tak boleh, dia akan halang saya. But remember, if you press G, you can't talk. You are now a ghost. People can't hear you. But it's good to go to a space that, say I want to pass by Si, I cannot because he said over there, I can press G and then I can walk past. All these icon, all this shortcut, you can go to the setting, keyboard shortcut. So those are the shortcut that you can use and you can tell the student, I tell you, students, they will have macam-macam punya shortcut that they know better than us. And we have to ask from them, hey, how do you do that? And they'll tell you. Okay, but the full list can be here. You can check over here. Now, kalau kat Gather.Town sendiri, you're in my Gather.Town, you can't do that. But in your Gather.Town, you have several space preference. For example, beta features. Beta features is something that they are not officially released. It's just for beta testing. You can click them. Hide tutorial means kalau saya hidekan tutorial, you can directly join my space. If I unhide them, everyone that first time use Gather, they'll bring you to a tutorial island to teach you press what to jalan, press what to access, open icon, and so on. That is a tutorial island. Usually I will hide it. Okay. Then after that, all the others, like, do you allow the technician come and gather staff to come and check your like if you're doing conference, I'll ask you to press this one lah. Sebab kalau ada masalah kita nak dia datang troubleshoot. And role configurations maksud dia nanti kita akan pergi ke how to import participant. Dia ada macam-macam punya space. Contohnya admin, moderator, map maker and guest. So kat guest ni maksud dia those that join my space ni you are guest. If I highlight build to means you can build things. If I unhide them means you can't build anymore. You can't erase things, you can't build things. And if you want the learning space for learner, for them to a particular way for them to build their progress orderly, then you click them and tell the student that okay, saya bagi 2 minggu, lepas 2 minggu tu saya akan disable the build tools. So that is called customization. You allow them to build. Okay, so from here they will tell you what they can do, what they can't do. In this particular space, saya enable build to untuk guest. But if you build default from the template, it's untick, means the guest can't build anything. So remember, come to the setting, role configuration, click this one. Right? So far okay ke? Ada yang ada issue? Ask me now, we can take the chance to troubleshoot because I handle the events for Gather.Town and IU Sales. And when you really handle the events, there's a variety of issue raises. So that, it's important to, when I develop the IU Sales Gather.Town, I really hope someone that build it before for conference so that I can approach them for certain issue, not like blinding, exposing. But since I have some experience to build it for big events, you can take opportunity to ask me if you have like certain doubt or issue that you want to raise. Right. So I done with cover customization. So I'm going to go a little bit more advanced on edit in map maker and also import participants. For import participants, usually you can just go to participant here, click invite, letak berapa duration yang you nak invite. Unless you want to make them moderator, admin, later I'll tell you how to do. Okay. If you don't want a particular student to enter, only those that invited can join, then you need to go to the dashboard. Okay, to go to the dashboard, you go to the grab icon, go to the setting, go to the space, go to the advanced, and then click space dashboard. Let me repeat there. So those that dalam Gather.Town space saya, you can't do this because this is not your space, but I'm going to repeat again. You just check on WebEx. Let's say you want only a particular email. The student use this email can access. You don't want people from the other group come and kacau and sabotage anything, right? You go to the grab, go to the setting, pergi ke space punya tab, letak advance, and pergi ke space dashboard. When you go to the space dashboard, they will redirect you to the dashboard. From here, you can upgrade your brand and so on. Pergi ke space access. Kat sini dia akan ajar you can upload a Excel file. Kolom pertama email, kedua nama, ketiga row, keempat affiliation. So this will appear on their profile. So you need to create a Excel file. Say you letak student punya email, nama dia, peranan dia, group apa. Let's say their group, let's say their group Batman or Superman or whatever. You can put the role and their affiliation, and then upload the Excel file here. Then instead of invite them, you upload the list here. Only the people from this guest list can access, right? So those are more advanced lah. So this is how you import your participants. Sama untuk IUCEL, Gather.Town. IUCEL punya Gather.Town, Peter punya Gather.Town is a big event. We don't give invitation link. We give to those that already pay. So we need to manage the guest list carefully in this format. Just a normal Excel file, email, name, role, and affiliation. So say their affiliation UPM, role their poster presenter, poster ke berapa 001, or poster ke 024, you label them nicely, manage them nicely, and upload them in the guest list. Okay? So, another thing that you can't do in MySpace, but you need to pay attention to the WebEx is to edit everything through MapMaker. Contohnya kat sini, say I only build a bench here, but I can just walk past it. I don't feel it's object or reasonable. It's supposed to be halang by these furnitures. Okay, and how do you achieve that? Just go to the customize, edit in MapMaker. It will open you into a MapMaker. From here, you can do lagi more things. Say like, you know, how you build things. I take example of Olen's dia letak monitor kan, lepas dia letak bench tu letak kemudian, maka dia akan kat layer yang paling atas. So the monitor telah dihalang. So you want to bring them up, is either you erase them and build them according to the order, or you can go to the map maker and then click on that particular things and bring them down. Okay, move down. So bring them down. Okay. So yeah, in this area, so I highlight them. Cubicle and computer kan. So I move down them. So now the computer is up on the cubicle. Data halang. Okay. So those are under object. You can build things here, objects, more objects. It's like object pickers lah, dia punya function. Okay, stem maksud dia kita nak build things, dia stem je. Erase. Hand means your pennings moving across the map. Box means you want an area to be erased or to be duplicated. You just box them and then copy or erase. Okay, magnifier, zoom in and zoom out. That is usual undo and redo. Now I'm going to move to the difficult thing, which is tile effects. Tile effects is the last thing I want to show you, interactive tiles. There are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 jenis tiles. Impossible kalau kita letak, maksud dia area tu dia tak dapat dilalu. You can't pass through them. For example, river. I don't want them to pass through a river. It's like a barrier. So I place the barrier there. In the case of what the bench here, what Olen builds, right? I don't want people to pass through his furniture. Then I just build, let me zoom in. Then I just build around that area. So people can't move there. everything will take effect after you save. So say I save. So now I can no longer pass through I can no longer pass through the furniture. Now that is impossible. Right? Alright. Spawn means di mana yang you nak the participants appear. You see the spawns I made here. So when you join my gather, they appear here. Tag yourself punya example, jom kita tengok. Sorry, a little bit more than 12. Let me make it quick. So against spawning tiles, masuk dia you nak the participant first join where they appear. So if they never joined before, they'll appear in the spawning tiles. If they join before, when they rejoin, they'll appear back to the previous location where they left. If they never joined before, they'll appear in the spawning tiles here. Okay, so those are the functions of spawn. Porter masuk dia, say one room to another room. So if you let's say I use your case, we have a multiple tempat kan, contohnya saya nak letak satu porter kat hujung koridor ni. Say ya, dia pergi ke atas guard house, dia akan teleport ke space upper. So go up, they appear to another space. That is porter. Okay, porter means you enter. Case kita ni satu bilik je. You can make more room and then you can make a teleport. So they step on it, they pergi ke map baru. Private area means when you put private area, people in that zone, whatever conversation, you stay there. People outside can't hear. Right? And spotlight is very important in teaching. You can place spotlight area here. Any place you want, and then you build a object picker, say spotlight. A little bit behind time. Whoever step here, they can spotlight themselves to entire class. If student have question, if the participant in the conference have question, you can make the spotlight tile. Otherwise, only the admin can spotlight. So spotlight tile ni, kalau kita letak kat sana, sesiapa yang step kat sana, dia boleh spotlight to public. Okay, I think that will be cover everything that I eager to share with you. Yep, that should be it. I give time to Q&A lah. So sorry, rushing.
No problem, Dr. Chong. Okay, we are open to more questions from the participants. You may write your questions in the chat box or you may unmute your microphone to ask the questions. Perhaps Dr. Chong boleh brief sikit lah, like suitability untuk prepare or plan an activity that using the Gather.Town for a short class, let's say 1 hour. And how long would you take the time to prepare for your class in such a short time, but still engaging? I think that one is a crucial point, right, Dr. Chong?
Yeah. Usually, if you are beginner, it will take 1 day for you to build. But if you want, like for example, the case yang events, it definitely take 1 or 2 weeks lah. For IUCEL and Gather, IUCEL dengan Peter saya ambil 2 minggu. Tapi kelas yang you nak student decorate their own, say I want to build. Now I show you. Say I want to have a Gather.Town yang untuk kelas untuk decor their own. I go to create space, advanced template, pick the template I want. Say just now I use the outer space design kan, yang ni, and then just give them a name. Okay. And the entire space already built for you already. You no need to do anything. No need to do anything. You just need to go to just now the customization there link. Yeah, hold on, just bear with me. Join. See, the space is already built for you. You go to the setting, go to space, go to role configuration. Guess tu kita tick yang ini. Okay, tickkan ni. And then dah boleh bagi link kepada student. Kita nak bagi dia never expire. Copy link, send pada student. Kata group 1 join this link. Go and pick your space. Dia akan datang ke sini. They come and then pick, you brief them lah. Hey class, take satu bilik decor. So I think that like what I'm doing now is within 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you've done one space there. But using template, and students will start to build. And I tell you, they are so creative. They can build benda yang macam-macam. Yeah, it's very, even 1 hour class enough.
But did you train your students before they, like
Yeah.
getting familiar with the system and everything?
Betul. Saya akan buat setiap SEM 2 jam macam ni.
Okay, all right.
I'll teach them how to build item and so on. They will, but I know some of my colleagues just share the tutorial link. And then, okay, go and link this link, and then, yeah, this is your space. Any student group A, this student group B, or whatever, this corridor, student group A, this zone, student group like that, and check the video. But for me, I really like to engage with students, so I will do a tutorial like this. So they all will join the space, and then I'll train them. Yeah.
Okay. Questions?
I think it's all good.
Questions from the participants?
Okay, so just share with you, you can letak image, video, PDF, do treasure hunting, it's up to your creativities lah. There are many things you can do in this space. Or you want to make it as a discussion or short project, like a couple of UNESCO events, I also built Gather.Town for them. Then they will do the pitchings near the Gather.Town. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but I think Dr. Chong, this kind of apps like Gather macam ni kan, kita kena really get familiarized with the every elements, every tools, nak klik dekat mana, how to make things like, more interactive to the students. I'm very certain that it really takes time for the educators, I mean the lecturers, the teachers to understand the nature of the Gather. And then after that, we want to expose to our students in order to, to let them explore and build their own space and, to move here, to move there. So very meticulous platform. But I think once we sit down and explore and, get familiarized with the all the elements in Gather, I think everyone can cope with the nature of the Gather apps itself.
Betul. Like back to apa starting point kita nak buat Gather tu. Kalau Gather we want to use the Gather space is just for the pure discussion or for online kuliah. We don't want to create Google Zoom. Everyone can back to the Gather.Town. A simple one, the template one is already enough. I just need to go there, and then I spotlight myself. I share the screen. Spotlight and then share the screen, and then I can just teach. And I ask the student to decor back to all this. You need to teach them how to create But if you want it to be fulfill a certain theme, for example, kalau saya mengajar organelle, saya nak membuat satu space yang organelle punya mitochondria, ada intermembranes and other cisternae, and then the electron transport change. You need to cut back to the rules of 32. Kita nak lukis map ni, and then mitochondria di mana tempat yang tak nak student pass through, di mana pintu yang you want student to key in password, semua tu it take times kalau we have a specific team. But if you just want to build a tool for them to put their material in, put in, and then you can put in game or what, it's easy. But if you have a particular things that involve, I don't want all the template, for example yang IUCL ni, Gather.Town ke kita ada tema sendiri. We don't want to use their own the template. We want to avoid identity yang similar dengan conference lain. We want to build entire map yang itu take time. So that is more very advanced already.
Yes.
But if you just want to use template for casual learning, it's quite fast lah.
I think like for those yang beginners, perhaps boleh start dengan space yang you know like kecil-kecil dulu. Then after that, once you get familiar, then everything will be gonna you know like very smooth. Then boleh start customize the ambience and everything.
Betul. Those is another level already.
Yes.
Now how to get pixel art, then what is another lesson already.
Yes, true.
Okay. I think they are
Perhaps
overwhelmed.
everyone is like, I think they are trying to cope with the nature of Gather first. They are trying to explore bit by bit, right?
Yeah, nice.
Okay. All right. So
Okay, that should be it.
no more questions, I guess. So perhaps I would like to like deliver a few points of summary from this workshop. So I think Gather Apps is a kind of platform that creates a unique and engaging interaction, even it is virtually, and it could replicate the feeling of going or attending physical event like conferences, physical meetings, parties, and everything. And they could provide a customizable avatars to the participants or the people in there. And also it can manage the interactive elements, organize the things that you want to be in your spaces. And also it I think this kind of app is starting to gain popularity, right, Dr. Chong?
Yeah.
In order to substitute or replace the physical element or the physical event at certain circumstances, perhaps. So I think slowly we could move to this kind of apps, but it takes time for each of the individual to learn and get familiarized with this thing. But I think it's quite, you know, like it's a very good engaging platform. Not really into, I mean, not only in education, but also in other kinds of platform. Yeah.
Okay. I think that should
So
be it.
perhaps we could do a photo session before Dr. Chong leaving us. Dila, are you ready?
Okay, Doctor.
Yes. Okay, so I think the participants could open the camera for photo session.
Oh, Hafiza is just now the one that built in together, is it?
Yes, she's the one.
Nice.
Okay, so how many pages do we have, Dila, so far? I think only one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so thank you very much to all participants that managed to attend our workshop this morning, which is 3 hours. All right, and we learned something, Dr. Chong. Thank you very much for delivering this really enlightening talk to us. We are hoping for more session, inshallah, in the future. But I think we really need you in a physical event, I guess.
Sure, sure.
Perhaps we could do more engaging face-to-face Q&A, more hands-on sessions in future. All right, Dr. Chong. So thank you very much again. And also thank you very much to PPBI for conducting this workshop.
Right, thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone.